All right, now I have a question for you about religion and comedy, because
Sure.
I know the first time you tried stand-up, it was, I think, in a church. You were doing some stand-up like at night. It wasn't like during the service, but it was like at night. You were meant to be doing comedy, and people laughed and laughed and laughed. And then the first time you kind of went out of that venue, maybe it wasn't considered so funny. So now,
yeah, that was. I would say maybe you're performing at a church or something like that. I used to work at a church in Colorado, and it's kind of a if you do a live show somewhere, all the people that show up are your friends. They know you, Megyn. They already love you. So when you go out on stage, you just like make an appearance. You go hi, and it's a very warm audience. Versus if you just went into an open, put your hair back and then put a hat on and went into an open mic, it would be. You didn't have the padded stats, maybe is the best way to put it. So
right. So you tried, you went out and you used your same material, and it, not as great. So now the post cancellation, I'm just going to be you.
Yep.
Does it? Do you still use humor about your upbringing and the Catholic Church or the Christian, religion?
Absolutely. Well, I think
you do. Okay.
I mean, I've even used humor in a way about my own cancellation. I mean, and everybody else, by the way, if you come to the show, those are the jokes people laugh at the hardest. So,
like what? Tell me, like what? Give me an example.
I mean, I do a joke about cancellation. I say something that's maybe like some people would say it'd be across the line or something. I go, listen, being canceled is like getting COVID. Like you're scared, you're really, really scared of it. Then you get it, and it's a week of symptoms. You go, it's not that bad, and you're back on the road. I said, I got the canceled antibodies. Now I can say whatever I want.
Yes, I recommend those highly.
Now I understand antibodies. Yeah.
What is you're not Catholic? What is your religion?
I'm not Catholic. I'm evangelical Christian. I would say I grew up in a denomination that's nearest to Pentecostal. But you would say in any kind of joke, like when I first started making jokes, I was kind of joking around about Christian culture. I remember in a video specifically about Christian music, and this is before I was popular. No one knew who I was, and everyone in the comments, this is going to make sense to you when I say it. Everyone in the comments goes, "Is this guy a Christian or not?" Because if he is a Christian, this video kind of mocking the subculture of Christianity. If he is a Christian, this is hilarious. Now, if he is not, if this guy's not a Christian, then
I'm offended.
Is wildly, wildly offensive. And I think the same thing. You're like, oh no, it's like whatever subculture you're a part of, you're like, oh no, like people can make fun of your family or your parents if they are in your family. And they like, we love this family. These are our people. But if you're outside of the family and they make fun of someone in your family, it's time to fight,
No, then it's like, I'll cut a bitch. Okay, so here's a little bit of you talking about something near and dear to my own heart, which is communion in church. It's soundbite 12.
Remember back in the day, church? You grew up in church, sir? Remember back in the day, communion was big, a chunk of bread. You used to have to chew. Remember that? He's like... You want to go to lunch? No, I'm good. We just had communion. I'm straight. Then it turned into a cracker. It's a cracker now. It's a cracker. It's a cracker. Then it turned into a wafer. We didn't vote on it or nothing. Just a wafer now. It's a wafer. I would not be surprised if soon the pastor was like, hey, we're just going to put a piece of bread up on the screen, okay? Just look at it and take a deep breath. I don't know. If you're allergic, there's a safe space in section 4. Figure that out.
So true. Oh my God, my little Thatcher.
Yeah.
My little guy. First, I told the audience, he complained one time he thought the communion wafer should have a little sea salt on it. He's just had his first communion in May. And now his most recent complaint, he doesn't like cheese. His most recent complaint is he thinks the communion wafer at our church tastes like cheese. He's like, it tastes like cheese again.
It tastes like cheese. Well, they might have left him out for too long if it tastes like cheese.
Right? I don't know. Like what could be going wrong with our communion wafer? Where maybe I don't want to know.
But if you, I think people, if you're this is, I think that video is a perfect example. It's like, oh, this guy like goes to church. This is an experience. This is a firsthand experience, because there's a lot of obviously pointing fingers at the other side and saying they are weird, they are uncomfortable. But I'm saying I love Jesus, but we do some weird stuff, and that's the point of all the comedy. And by the way, everyone in America is going to get on board with that. Everybody. Yeah, I mean in general, going to church is fertile ground for funny things. I mean, there's just such an unspoken set of rules that you have. Like, I had a situation the other day where I was going to church, and we're going there to worship, right? We're going to praise God and Jesus and all, and sing and kneel and all of it. And I got confused because I thought this person, they had their turn signal on, and I thought they were going to turn in the very next road before they got to me. Yep. And so I went forward. I thought they were going to be gone. Anyway, the long and short of it is I misjudged where they were going to turn. So they were right in front of me, and I cut them off. It was bad, and it was my fault, but I had a genuine misunderstanding about what they were trying to communicate. So it was like my fault, but I wasn't actually being a bad person. Right. But the person was so mad, flipped me off. It was clearly mad at me, and I was like, oh, I kind of tried to say like sorry, but they'd already gone. And we both wound up going to the same church, getting out of the cars right next to each other at the same time. I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. Which is... It's funny that is a funny, like, that whenever there's a situation where somebody has to be overly pious or overly put together, overly PC, the humanity of a human being comes out, and that's always the juxtaposition for humor. Like, if you when you leave church, like we always had a joke, when you drive to church, you got to put on the Christian music. You know what I'm saying? You got to put on some uplifting, family-friendly music. But as soon as you leave church and you walk out into that parking lot and you untuck your shirt, you can put on some Eminem, some Dr. Dre, some Drake, whatever you want. I don't know why that's a rule that we always had, but me and my brothers growing up in church, we always did that. Going to church, I like that, straight and narrow. But on the way, once you do whatever you want. Bond Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bond Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. From blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bond Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly. All right, now listen, I want to show you the pair that I wear when I am working on my computer and sometimes my iPhone. Look at these. Aren't these cute? I like these. They're so cute. You can get like stylish, where you have like, these have the tortoise shell. I kind of like them. They're kind of saucy. Makes me feel like Bono. They come in non-prescription, prescription, and reading options. And Bond Charge also has other amazing products like low blue light bulbs, red light therapy devices, EMF, 5G protection, and 100% blackout sleep masks, all backed by science. They can ship worldwide in rapid time, and most importantly, they have easy returns and exchanges. In addition to these, I wear an orange pair when I'm watching TV, and it just seems like too bright. Sometimes it bothers my eyes. I got my kids wearing them. Doug wears them. I love these guys. They actually have great options. So check it out for yourself. Bond Charge, B-O-N, Charge, CHARGE.com/MK, and use that coupon code MK to save 20%. Don't forget, bondcharge.com/MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.